We make the strings
louder.
Alright guys, so it is finally time to paint the drift car or respray the drift car, the back of the other things. We got Eric over here and we got an empty can. So what we're going to be working on right now is a little bit of basically the green on the back of my car. We're going to kind of go close to what it was but redo it a little bit, make it pop a little bit more, make it a little bit prettier. I'll probably use a better clear coat on it this time so it doesn't fade in the sun. And so we're gonna see what Eric's putting in here. We're gonna put secret stuff in here, right? Okay. So you'll get to watch some stuff. So this is Eric's custom mix. So he's pretty good at making random shit. Jamie, what do you think? I even wore my DS Paint Center t-shirt today. Oh man, that's pretty. I like that. I really like that.
We're just getting warmed up.
Oh.
I want to film that first. Stir it.
What is that, Eric?
We've got a secret concoction going on here.
Holy shit. I wasn't even paying attention to you. Wasn't even paying attention.
I work fast, my friend.
Yeah, no, so it's like 5:05. I came here after hours. I just came here to grab some icing to do, Eric. So I came here after hours just to grab some icing, and I was like, oh, I'll come back tomorrow. We'll talk about it today. I'll let him come up with something in his head on what he's thinking he wants to do. And then he's like, I'm gonna be gone tomorrow. So it's like, all right, well, I guess I'm gonna, you know,
Pressure is on.
I'm gonna force you to make some dope shit with in the spur of the moment. So yeah. What do you think? Do you like colors? So you guys remember when my car was pretty last year, right before I wrecked it into the damn wall. It was like 5 minutes, it's like pretty picture, look at that. Las Vegas Motor Speedway, like 20 minutes later. That run after that. What do you think of that? It's pretty. Oh good. Yeah, that's not bad. How hard is this gonna pack? Is it gonna look like anodized almost?
No, we can do that though. We should have done that.
How do you do that?
Silver base.
Uh-oh, Eric got it figured out. That's pretty dope. Uh-oh. Eric, you've almost outdone yourself. So I'm gonna go ahead and say like all of my credit. So pretty much when I was like 15, when I first came in here, I was asking him a bunch of questions about like doing paint and body work. And Eric was like one of the first guys that helped me out. And he's like, oh, what's this asshole? What's he doing in here? This 15-year-old asking us a bunch of questions and shit. How much, what's it, like almost 10 years now? 9 years later, I'm still coming in here getting paint, and I'm still asking them dumbass questions and shit. But no, if you guys are ever in Southern Colorado, these guys are in Pueblo. Be sure to check them out, DS Paint Center, D&S Paint Center. They'll help you out, color match a bunch of stuff, make you some really awesome custom shit, sell you a bunch of clear coat, sell you some sandpaper. I mean, this is where it's at. I'll show you the main thing right now. We're gonna throw in the little shaker. It's a little bit better than my Harbor Freight one. A little better. These things are like 30 years old.
You know, I'm 36, and they've been here before me.
Hey.
Red Devil.
Red Devil. So you can see in here, they got all the sandpaper, all the Raptor stuff that I always use on my bed liner. Here's some of the, this is the clear I used before. I think I'm gonna use either this stuff or this stuff on it yet. We got all like the polishes, buff and stuff, body fillers, house of color, crazy stuff, all the polish and stuff. Should I use the 161 on it? On that, so it doesn't fade, get all shitty on me?
270 probably.
Jamie, what do you think about all the stuff?
I'm hungry.
Oh no, Jamie's hungry. But I got some clear coat, bunch of reducer, bunch of stuff. So yeah, big shout out to DNS. Make my car pretty again. Something like that. I don't know. Uh-oh. So the drift car is taking the spot of the Supra.
Because the Supra's got sold.
Yeah, because I'm never working on the Supra again. So I'm gonna start taking this thing apart and getting it ready to paint, because it is Friday the 17th. I'm gonna try to leave for Texas on the 23rd or so. So I'd like to have this painted by Monday. But I don't know, we'll see. So I haven't done anything yet. You can see the roof has some really nice waveage to it on account of the
well, you could just
smashing
link all the clips so the hood's flying out.
Yeah, like smashing the damn hood up against it so many damn times. But so yeah, and then the whole, you know, 240 versus wall in Vegas, this fender has been kind of ugly. I mean, surprisingly, the car doesn't look too bad when it's like drifting. But yeah, so just gonna go ahead and get it cleaned up, freshened up. Got the paint and everything made the other day. And so you can see some of the body fillers cracking back here because I molded my things on, and then I hit, you know, obviously hit the wall right there. So I need to kind of peel off like all this type of stuff and basically kind of start fresh again. But yeah, so that's what I'm gonna start doing. So here is a bumper. You can see it kind of has the center kind of cut out for like a little diffuser type of thing. This is a bumper I got, I don't know, a couple months ago from one of my buddies. He like randomly decided to take the bumper off his like orange car and like sell it to me. But yeah, so it doesn't match it doesn't not match the side skirt. So that's, because I don't know what the hell even bumper this is. But this one, you can see that this doesn't actually match my body kit, because it's like pointed right there, and my side skirts kind of go like down, and then they kind of dip down a little bit. And then the bumper that actually matches my kit is right there, all ripped in half. So I don't know, given the time constraints on doing this, I might try to fix that other one and paint it, as well as this one, so I'll at least have two bumpers for the rear, because it seems like that, like the bumpers in the rear is just, they get me all the time, but I don't know. And David's up here yanking the fenders off. So this is about as far as I got so far today. Got the fenders basically kind of mounted how they need to be. You can see the gap isn't the best here, but this hood is kind of a piece of shit. So it's like what do you base it off of? So I'm kind of making it fit how it is. Definitely like the way these front over fenders look. I mean, they fit the wheel pretty good. This tire just turned a little bit. But this side of the car, I pretty much don't really have to do anything to. There's a little crack right here from where it kind of separated a little bit, or I think up here just a little bit. You know, on the over fender or whatever, just because they're molded in. So basically what I did on this side, since it was cracked, the top of it, is I went ahead and I took this little air file sander deal and basically just ground down the whole top line of it, and then kind of found all the rivets, drilled all the rivets out, and then basically pulled it back, sanded underneath it, and you know, to kind of get a good clean edge so it was up against the body panel again. There's no, like, you know, chunks of filler or anything that fell down in there. Then I went ahead and, you know, pulled it back a little bit, and I took basically some of this, this is like some fast glass reinforced body filler. I just took a little bit of that and put it in this this cup with some actual fiberglass resin, and put some hardener. So this just kind of gives it a little bit of like some fibers to kind of adhere to versus just being resin. Basically pulled it back a little bit and just kind of tapped it in there with the brush, so that it basically like glues the whole panel underneath there. But it's not like I'm like panel bonding it on, like to where it's like never gonna come off. It's kind of the same thing, you know, if I hit it, it's gonna crack, but it's not a big deal. You know, this wasn't too big of a deal to fix. I only have, you know, like 2 hours, maybe an hour or so of actually working on this thing to kind of get it to where it is now. But the tips of the rivets, I'll basically grind those down with that little thing again, and then just put body filler over it. But I'll probably be actually using this this fast glass over it, just because it's a little bit stronger and stuff, and doesn't crack as easy if it does get a little flex in it. So yeah, that's pretty much where this is going to stay for tonight. I'm going to go ahead and start yanking out all the taillights and stuff. This bumper doesn't fit perfect right now because right underneath there I have like a jack point. So I might end up like cutting a hole around that, or, you know, not. I don't know what to do about that. But definitely this is the easiest option, is painting this bumper right now. And then I don't know, I might fix the other one, but it's going to be a big pain in the ass to do that, just because it's been ripped apart so many times. So basically what I'm going to try to do for the rest of the night is kind of do some body work and stuff on this front bumper. I pretty much got it fiberglassed all back together after the last time I messed it up. You could see like right here, like that thing's like, that's a lot of shit to do. So I'll go ahead and hit that with that fast glass. Same thing with the corners and stuff, and just try to make it pretty again. But I can't even tell you how many times I've actually like ripped that bumper in half, you know, ripped chunks and pieces and stuff off of it, and fiberglassed it back together. But yeah, I'm gonna start on that. Alright, so got the front bumper fiberglassed a little bit on the back side, kind of the two little places where they were cracked. This is that rear bumper. They had like a kill switch on the back, so I went ahead and just threw a piece of double-sided sticky on it, and threw the little fiberglass on the back, so I'll be able to fill that on the front. Should be pretty strong. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's about, I should have probably retired this damn front bumper, but I'll show you a little bit more when that sumbitch dries. I was going to fix the rear bumper, but man, there's a lot of little creases and shit that I'd have to do on it. I don't know, I might do that, but Brendan came over. He's helping me with the roof. I initially wasn't going to do it. I was like, screw that thing, and he's like, you know what, I'll do that son of a bitch if you're not going to fix it, because he probably couldn't stand looking at it later. But I would have probably been pissed if I wouldn't have done it either. But yeah, so the roof's getting a pretty good skim of the filler, kind of, you know, filling in the low spots and all that, or catching the low spots. Gonna have to do another skim on it, but if I would have put enough hardener in this shit initially, it would have been hard and we could have put some filler over the top of it, but it still needs to dry a little bit. It's still a little tacky. But yeah, it's coming along. Well, it's been a good solid night of body work. And I mean night of body work because that's AM. But I woke up at like 3 p.m. yesterday because I went to bed, you know, late, and you know, I get the most shit done at night anyhow. But anyhow, you can see this. I should have probably retired this son of a bitch a long time ago. So crack, crack, crack. Bunch of chips off the bottom, bunch of chips off the side, crack. Like holy shit. This back bumper is completely ripped apart. I just fixed it before the last event where it got ripped off, but you can see all the patches I got on it now. Same with over here, back in the corner. This side, this was almost ripped off right there, and then this was ripped off. You can see the behind the front bumper over here. I mean, I've had plenty of patchwork on it. You can see this. The roof's coming along pretty good. A few little low spots yet in it, but getting down close. I was pretty pumped that Brandon was willing to put in some time on that, because holy shit, I was, you know, as far as like trying to do all this shit by myself, like it's the 18th, you know, Saturday morning, and I'm planning on trying to be in Texas Friday, which is like the 24th, but like be there. Yeah, so I don't know. I got plenty of shit to do to this, and then my trailer, my enclosed trailer, and if I don't use that, and I got a bunch of shit I gotta try to get done on this. But so plan is to hopefully have this painted Monday. We're gonna see how that goes, but yeah, we're gonna go home, take a nap, and then come back at it. Yeah, you can see on this bumper right here, I got a pretty decent skim going on it. But holy shit, I mean it's probably about ready to retire. This bumper, I got all the tape and everything off of it from earlier. It seems like it's held back together pretty good, but I definitely need to sand it and do, I mean, tons and tons of body work to that son of a bitch too. The plan is right now, it's like 10:40. You know, went and, you know, my grandpa's in the hospital, so went and seen him for a little bit, went out and ate dinner, and then now we're back here messing with some other stuff, messing with this stuff. So hopefully the plan is to get this thing primered tonight. I'm probably gonna be here till like 5-ish again. Hopefully we'll get it in primer though. The roof is pretty much done. I have to do a few more little things over here. This is pretty good right here. There were some chunks actually missing out of this thing, so I did that whole Duraglass, or the fast glass, basically that fiberglass body filler on all those little things. So that's turning out pretty good. So I got to do another skim on here. You see there's a couple low spots where the rivets are. But yeah, it's getting pretty close. Pretty much these bumpers are what are holding me up the most, because if I hadn't been messing with these things, the car would pretty much should be ready to prime. But I'm gonna go ahead and try to finish these things off so I could go ahead and get them primered at the same time. Basically let those sit all day tomorrow, and then come back and start getting ready to paint. So. So I've been kind of picking away at this this back bumper a little bit, making some cheese with the old cheese grater on the side, just trying to kind of block that thing out. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm gonna actually get this thing painted before this whole event or not, because of the red or the orange one's pretty much ready to go. I was kind of looking at the front right here. I asked you guys on Instagram what you thought about kind of adding something else. I really do like the whole like black, silver, green and that little stripe thing. I mean, it just, to me, it looks super clean. I mean, it feels like my car. It's like, it's been my car scheme like ever since I painted this thing, I think in like 2013 or 2012. And this is the first time I've had to touch up the front, but I've never had to paint the back yet. But so yeah, I really like that. So what I was kind of thinking is right here on the hood, do this green and do this silver, and then do kind of like up into like a little line or something. I don't know, something like that. Just something to add to the front of the car, make it look a little better. You know, the black does look kind of boring. I also kind of thought about changing my wheel color a little bit, either to silver or lime green, the same as the back, or just respray them so they're nice and glossy again. A couple of the rivets on the side over here, basically you could see around them, they had like a little crack. So I went ahead and drilled them all out and just kind of grinded them. And so now I'm just going to rivet them back in there, grind them down, and then just kind of fill over it and then smooth it back in. So that shouldn't be too big of a deal. This front of it right here, it had a little crack along there. So I'm able to pull it up a little bit, and I'll be able to squeeze a little bit of fiberglass resin in there, and that should be good right there. Kind of glue that down so it doesn't crack again, and then same with the back right here. There's a little crack in there, but you really couldn't tell. And I mean, it is a drift car. I feel like I'm going too damn crazy with this thing, especially like this piece over here. I mean, these over fenders are just wavy from the factory, and there's really not much you could do about it. But so I feel like I'm just taking too much time and trying to make it like a damn show car and get it really straight, when I should just like make it decent but not worry about it going too crazy with it. But front bumper looks like it's turning out pretty good. Just need to do some more sanding on it, and then the high build primer should fill in kind of the rest of the little scratches and stuff on it. And yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to finish this because I want to paint my valve cover, like the coil cover, and I might wait till after this event just because I'm going to be kind of pushing it for time. So I might do that later. I don't know. We'll see. I just did a quick little sweep of basically just kind of around the deal, not even like a full detailed one, but look at this, holy, like that's a pile of pretty much body filler right there. You tell that's pretty much running around the whole car. You know, especially the roof. They used a lot on the roof trying to get that thing straight. You know, basically just putting on a lot so it fills in all the stuff. But still got my pile of shitty bumpers over here that I don't know, if it weren't for like these bumpers and being like so like messed up and dicked, like the car would have been like in primer like hours ago. And I don't know, it could have been painted already maybe, but yeah, so I'm just waiting for some of that fiberglass stuff to dry on the side right there, and then I get to start icing everything. And then it's like 4 or something in the morning, so I might take a little nap right here and then start on it again. But I really want to get it in primer so it can really sit for a good day before I start sanding on it again. what are you doing?
Yeah. Just
Dave, what am I doing?
you're about to paint a car.
Well, tomorrow I'm going to paint a car.
He's about to go see.
So this is going to be the video for today. Hopefully you guys enjoy watching me turn everything into primer, although I didn't paint all of the pieces on here in primer. Because the body itself, basically I just primered with the high build primer where we did the body filler to kind of fill in the additional sand scratches and stuff like that. Whereas the doors were really clean and smooth, so basically just scuffed that with like 320. You know, right here I'll just kind of smooth into that a little bit tomorrow, and then just lay the base coat down right on top of all that stuff. But the roof looks pretty good. There's a few maybe little dip back there towards the back. Might mess with that a little bit tomorrow. See if I get a little bit straighter, but I might not even worry about it. I mean, this is kind of turned into one of them projects where I feel like I've put too much effort towards it, and I'm like overthinking it, and I'm like trying to make it like pretty and like a damn. Yeah, I'm like got that super mentality. I'm like, well, this has got to be, it's got to be good, you know. So I'm like working on, like the fenders are decent condition, but like it's a fiberglass mold, so it has like this weird like dent in it right here. I don't know. Let me see if I can get it in the light. Hey, look at that. There's like this weird, just like shitty dent in it. So I mean, fiberglass is wavy. One of the back quarter panels, I think it was this one, it had a weird wave in it that I didn't like, so I spent too much time like trying to wiggle that out of there and fill that. And then this back bumper was, I mean, you guys seen it. It was an absolute like piece of trash. Put it all back together, and then I was like trying to smooth it out and make it, you know, kind of flow and feather shit out, and I'm just like, holy shit, you know.
Humpty Dumpty that shit.
Spent too much time doing that. Spent a lot of time today doing little nitpicky shit, but glad I finally got it done. So I've pretty much been awake. What are we at, like 30? I don't know, like 30 hours or something like that. Because I woke up at 3 and then stayed awake till the day. That would have been 3. Yeah, something along those like 31 hours or some shit. But yeah, so I ran out of room, so I had these extra little pillars, just hooked them on the rack, put the front bumper on there. But front bumper turned out pretty good. Rear bumper turned out really good actually, you know, for basically what I started out with. And I'm going to be painting this other bumper as well, just to get basically have a backup. So yeah, hopefully by the time you guys see this tomorrow, I should have a paint scheme picked out. Whether or not I'm going to change it, definitely going with black, silver, and green. I'm just not sure if I'm going to do anything different with the lines or lines up front or something. If you guys have any suggestions, you know, DM me on Instagram or something if you want to play with something in Forza. That'd be kind of cool. Give me some ideas. I'll probably end up painting it at like 5 in the morning, so I'll have a couple hours to kind of decide by the time the video and everything goes up. But yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. You know, the Super's gonna sit a little bit, and I'm gonna be on my way to Texas for Lone Star Drift round 1, which is this Saturday and Sunday, which is the 25th, 26th. So that's like a 13-hour drive. Dave's going with me, right?
Yeah.
So we got Dave's going with me, and do some drifting and some other stuff in Texas. Have a pretty good time. But going to look at a trailer tomorrow and enclosed. But yeah, I'm gonna quit rambling. Try to get this video edited tonight in my like third wind of energy that it seems I've almost got. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of repainting my drift car to a different scheme, and I'll catch you guys on Thursday.